As we speak, last night, it's not about the terrorism anymore. It is about the Pakistani capacity to attempt to target Indian cities. The fact that they have failed does not mean that they did not try. So, they have a capacity to try to target Indian cities. No air missile defense system, no anti-drone system is ever going to be foolproof, not even the Iron Dome of the Israelis. So, right now your first consideration has to be that either the Pakistanis are stopping themselves or being made to stop. Their ability to target your cities diminishes. That has to be the immediate priority. The second reasonable priority has to be that if you got into this to punish the terrorists, are those said terrorists or their leaders or their ideologues punished enough? You are not going to end terrorism in the world in the next couple of weeks by engaging in any operation with Pakistan. You will not end terrorism in Pakistan, but can you do enough damage that you can have terror-free years in our country? Because in the end, ladies and gentlemen, we can build the greatest country and the greatest economy. As one can argue that the United States built after the Second World War, they built a great city, they built 2 towers of 110 floors each looking over that great city. What was it worth? It was not worth the lives of the 3,500 people who died. Their penthouse offices became meaningless that day. So, unless you and I can go for a picnic without being disrobed and then shot in the head, my nice tie and good watch and car and house at that point of time become meaningless to me and my family. So, there are those considerations as well. It's not an easy call, because the contrarian view to what Air Marshal Kark has just told us is to say that many a time we have started, gone halfway and then walked away, and every time we have regretted it, that it was a mistake to stop Lieutenant General Cariappa from doing what he was about to do in making the Pakistani forces exit J&K at the very get-go in 48, that it was a mistake to hand over the POWs and sign the Shimla agreement, that it was a mistake to head over to Tashkent and sign a peace treaty. So, that contrarian argument does exist. Now, thankfully, that tough decision is not being made by us right here sitting on this conversation, because it is a tough one. I am going to have to take a very, very short break. What happens is, if I spend too much time in studio, I don't get a chance to get on the phone, speak to people and reorient myself on what is actually going on, so that I can better host these conversations and these updates that are coming in. So, I am going to take a chance to speak to a few people, again do some reorientation, get back to you better educated, better informed of the larger picture, because the operational picture, I promise you, there is an information vacuum, and I am not even going to try to get there. But let me take quick reactions from those that are with us, joining us on the broadcast, and let's take a perspective. Patikrit is with us on the broadcast, Major General Sehgal joining us, and Vice Admiral Shekhar Sinha joining us as well. Vice Admiral, let me quickly come to you, because I have told you there exists the perspectives, and you can do it, you can argue for and against. You can argue that carry on, eventually they will run out of fuel, they will run out of shells, and then they will sue for peace. The other argument says hit them hard, hit them quick, remove their ability to target you in one fell swoop. And the third argument exists is you've stopped halfway too many times. If you're going for it, go for broke. Where do you stand, sir?
Well, Rishabh, thank you for getting me on your show. You know, these are the decisions which will have to be a political decision. And for going all out and whole hog, the political masters have to tell you, okay, armed forces, go whole hog. And I can bet that all three services jointly will do what they have been told to do. They will achieve the aim. But right now, let me tell you that my sense is that this Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, they are not the terrorist groups. They are only, as they say, bhade ka tattu. The actual terrorist group in Pakistan is the army and ISI combined. And as long as they are there, many of these terrorist groups will keep coming. And how do we get rid of this organization? I don't know. You have to squeeze Pakistan from all ends. At the moment, my sense is that the government, the highest body, wants to squeeze Pakistan from all sides. As you see that we are only returning fire, maybe with higher intensity, but in the same domain. Secondly, see what is happening in Balochistan. See what is happening in Pakhtunkhwa. The 4 Corps has been broken up. A lot of troops have moved. Divisions have moved to their eastern border, which is our western border, and therefore now the Balochs are having a cushy time. They have taken over the Quetta, and I don't know what's going to happen next. Similarly, on the other side, on the northwest, they are absolutely coming heavy on the Pakistani army. So this is the time that we can do what we should do. I would think that there is one domain which needs to be activated, because we have had a UAV drone being shot down in Sir Creek area, which is very close to Gujarat and very close to a lot of our assets, which I don't wish to mention. And they may have photographed, they may have taken photograph and transmitted online, but the drone was shot down. And therefore, on that pretext that we are returning fire in kind, you can hit some of the airfields or some of the areas from where these drones are operating, and we are aware of it from where it is operating. And we'll see what happens thereafter. The Navy is, all over the place in the Northern Arabian Sea, and they can take care of many more targets if they are given a go-ahead.
Okay. Vice Admiral, now again for people watching the broadcast, whether we have decided to stick with the measured response step by step, or we have decided that we will go whole hog, or that we have decided that we will simply in one fell swoop eliminate Pakistan's ability to dominate the airspace and then hold fast, we will only know the answer to this after it has already happened. So it will be post facto. So I don't know what is happening right now. I don't know what is going to happen in the next few hours, but I can only tell you that whatever decision is taken, we will know that decision only after it has already been implemented, whichever it is. It could be either of the three. Just stay with me, sir. I have some breaking developments coming in. This is relevant to what is playing on your screens. This is in Hoshiarpur in Punjab, where what looks like a missile, I am told it is a Chinese manufactured PL-15 missile. It has been found to have, it looks intact. It looks intact lying in a field in near Hoshiarpur in Punjab. All across Punjab, I can tell you that the Punjab police is doing operations in fields, in copses, in riverbeds, in nallas, trying to recover debris, and they have spotted this in Hoshiarpur. It is, we are being told, identified now as a PL-15 missile. I am assuming it will have to be disarmed or blown up. One of those two things is going to take place. So, that is a reference to context of what is happening on your screens. I have more breaking developments to share with you, especially if you are located in the national capital of Delhi. You are advised by the government of the NCT of Delhi and the office of the District Magistrate of Central District. You are advised that the Directorate of Civil Defence will be testing air raid sirens installed at the PWD headquarters at the ITO complex. They will be testing at 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time for a period of 20 minutes. The public is requested and advised to stay calm and not to panic, as this is a testing exercise that is going to be conducted between 3 p.m. and 3:20 p.m. today in the general area of ITO in New Delhi. Mehndi, my colleague, is joining us. Mehndi, so far we have not seen the air raid drills and sirens happening in Delhi. We are now being told that this is not a drill, this is a testing exercise.
Well, indeed, Rishabh, right now Delhi is on high alert and right now it has been, the statement has been given by the Delhi police and the Delhi government as well, that the Directorate of Civil Defence will be commencing the tests of the air raid sirens from 3 p.m. to 3:20 p.m. and they have also advised all the people, all the civilians living in the national capital to not panic, to stay calm, because this is just a testing exercise and these air sirens have deployed and installed in a PWD headquarters at the IT areas that is there in the central Delhi, and it will be tested. These air raid sirens will be tested between 3 p.m. to 3:20 p.m. and giving the statement, and the Delhi police have also issued the press release saying and asking all the civilians to stay calm, because this is just a practice for the emergency situation.
Okay, so this is 2 points here. Number one, that this is not an air raid. Number two, that this is not even a drill. This is a testing exercise. When a drill is conducted, I'm sure we'll get the information and we will inform you. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll pardon me for a few minutes. I'm going to take a short break. Our executive editor Megha is going to take over. I just want to take a break to reorient